let's discuss McDonald's. A friend of mine once said, "Have you seen what happened to Whitman's?" Whitman's was a local grocery store. Whitman's sold groceries typical for every other grocery store. We know McDonald's employs people to travel and police their intellectual property rights. I refer jokingly to them as McDonald's secret police. I've met several of these employees, and indeed have had two students who worked for Penn State University in my courses who did a similar job. That is, police for intellectual property rights. Well, just as McDonald's, Penn State employs individuals, these two, who travel the state of Pennsylvania to see where others may be infringing upon Penn State's intellectual property rights. McDonald's, on a larger scale, does the same. It protects its intellectual property from others in the world who take its logo or take its information and uses it as if it's their own intellectual property. Such infringement can be direct in cases where a tortfeasor calls another's intellectual property his own, or it can be indirect where the tortfeasor uses the popularity of a national brand to bring itself the attention. Here, the wrongdoer does not claim ownership, but is using the national brand in a way that dilutes the original owner's ability to use it. That former infringement is called dilution. In my story, McDonald's secret police drove by Whitman's and saw its large W sign out front. The W was in shape of a golden arch, but it was turned upside down into a W. Well, it was clearly a W. McDonald's complained, and Whitman's removed its sign. So my question for us is, why did Whitman's, when anybody can tell this is a W and not an M, take it down? Why did they agree with McDonald's? Well, first, let's discuss intellectual property, and here, the signage. The signage involved is a service mark. Second, McDonald's is a nationally known brand. Third, it is clearly a W and not an M. Well, let's stop there, because we can't call this infringement since Whitman's does not have a golden M, but is it dilution? Can we conclude that McDonald's is in error to ask Whitman's to remove this sign as a potential dilution of their property? The courts use the following test for dilution cases. The question is the consumer confused with Whitman's association with a McDonald's logo? Well, when I go to McDonald's, clearly I know what to expect. I get a hamburger, a shake, French fries. And when I go to Whitman's, I don't expect to get a hamburger, a shake, or French fries. At McDonald's, I do not expect to get a half dozen eggs, some ice cream, and perhaps bread that's on my grocery list. Thus, is a consumer likely to be confused between Whitman's and McDonald's? No. Well, at least so far, no. Let's dig deeper. So how do you see the value in that sign? Indeed, we say, no, I'm going into Whitman's, it's a W, and I don't get confused thinking I'm walking into some hamburger place. Yet there's something that McDonald's does with its signage that's unique. Probably one of the second or third largest budget items McDonald's has are costs spent on public relations. Their PR campaigns or advertisements are all across the globe, and they focus primarily on not their products, not the price of a hamburger, not the quality of their French fries or its ingredients. They focus on what? Making you feel good. I'm loving it is their campaign slogan. From that point forward, it goes on. As a matter of fact, if you view a McDonald's commercial, you typically don't see a price, you don't see ingredients listed. They're not advertising such aspects. So what is it that they're advertising? We want you to feel good. Think of a Happy Meal. McDonald's spends a great deal of money we can say, in establishing its goodwill. Goodwill is not a tangible property right. It does mean how customers or how the world finds you, and it can be a very valuable property right. It is merely, though, an intangible property right. If I own, let's say, the Nike swoosh emblem, and then I can sell it, I would sell it with products, whether Nike made them or not. My ability to put that swoosh on products would have a great economic value. That emblem represents Nike's goodwill, the value of how people feel when they purchase a Nike emblazoned item. Goodwill is intangible, but sometimes very valuable. Thus, when McDonald's advertises, it is selling goodwill. The question we return to is this: is that global goodwill that McDonald's has created somehow going to be picked up or confused by the individual walking into Whitman's grocery store? Is a Whitman's customer going to be confused and think, oh, maybe I'm going into Whitman's, I need to be happy? Well, here we get to the core of the problem. Could the customer indeed sense that the upside down golden arch, or the W, represents a feeling of goodwill at a subconscious level? This was indeed the question McDonald's secret police raised. They said, you're robbing us, you're diluting our goodwill because we spend billions on helping people understand how important it is to be happy here. Come here and be happy. We use the golden arches, the protected image of the golden arches, to convey our goodwill. And you're taking something from that, even though it's not as direct, not as overt as infringement. There remains at some subconscious level a taking of our goodwill, says McDonald's, by inverting our golden M into a golden W. Do you see McDonald's point? It's a valid one. Well, let me add an epilogue to this story because indeed this is a true story. Whitman's did indeed take its sign down for a real reason. Whitman's agreed because what they actually had was a real McDonald's sign, which they had purchased somewhere in a salvage yard and turned it upside down as their W. And of course, McDonald's secret police caught that very easily. I appreciate you watching the videos. Give me a chat. Send me an email. Do something to let me know you're doing well, or that perhaps if you have questions, you may need assistance.